the budget proposals for 21-22 as fixed minimum government and maximum governance.
Hello and a very warm welcome. I'm Shweta Punj and here I am analyzing the budget for you. So what did Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman present in what has been touted as the most crucial budget in a very long time? Let's look at the context in which she presented this budget. She presented this budget at a time when the economies around the world have contracted and so has India. We are staring at negative growth for the first time in almost 3 decades. So that's huge. It's a huge setback. Tax collections have contracted. The sentiment has been very muted. So she had a very tough job of instilling confidence into the economy, into the investors, into people, making them believe, making them hopeful that going forward, times will get better. So what are the words that we had a word cloud that was done on the budget speech, and she used the word tax 48 times, infrastructure and housing 29 times, transport and roads 28 times, health and Ayushman Bharat 25 times, economy 21 times, Corona was used 16 times, Atmanirbhar was used 14 times. Interestingly, middle class was not mentioned at all. And the word tax was said maximum in the speech, followed by infrastructure and health. Now, the good news. The good news is that there was a lot of expectation that there will be a COVID cess, which will be levied on high income earning individuals to finance the free vaccination drive. Now, that's not coming, but what's coming is the agriculture cess, which is going to be clubbed with petrol and diesel prices, which is going to hurt the middle class. So this budget does not do much for the middle class. It does not directly stimulate the economy, does not directly put money in the hands of the tax-paying citizens. But what it does is it focuses on reducing tax interface with the tax administration. That's something it does for the middle class. It has tried to make compliance easier. It has looked at making doing business easier for medium, micro, and small enterprises. The fundamental thing, the big message, however, from this budget is push towards transport and roads. She mentions transport and roads 28 times, and clearly the government is hoping to spend specifically towards building roads and highways, and in the hope that this will have a multiplier effect in the economy. Second is the privatization drive. Now, the government starts to realize that they must deliver on their minimum government promise, something that Prime Minister Modi has spoken about and has in fact made it one of his campaign promises. And after years, we see finally the government seems to be putting its weight behind privatizing a lot of CPSCs. In the past also, BJP-led governments have placed a lot of emphasis on it and they have met with success. But with the Modi government, they did try to privatize Air India and that completely boomeranged. So it'll be interesting to see how they go about this privatization drive. But interestingly, this time, 2 public sector banks and 1 insurance company have been put on the block for disinvestment. And Nirmala Sitharaman, the finance minister, has categorically said that barring 4 strategic sectors, all PSUs across sectors will be up for disinvestment. We do not see any revision in income tax slabs for the middle class or for anybody. So corporate tax rates remain unchanged. So that's significant because there was an expectation that the government could give the middle class some kind of tax benefit, could give young professionals some kind of tax benefit, but that's something that we do not see happening. There is focus on health. And of course, there is an overall from a macro point of view, this is the first time that the government has come out clean on its fiscal deficit number, which is very important. It's a portrayal of the state of the economy, of the macro economy, and if the numbers seem to be credible, that's what the economists are saying, which instills a dose of confidence. So overall, I would say that this budget does a good job of taking on some tough reforms. Now, letting go of government control. The government has been transparent about its finances. That's a good move. But the government does not do much to stimulate direct demand. Maybe they could have thought about it. But overall, this government has put together, according to me, a bold budget. It's a reformist budget. It's a budget that sets a trajectory for growth going forward.